Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, the true name of the Heavenly Father and His Son. Alright. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles and the great millstone who rule well. Salutations to the hopeful alert, and shalom to the few sisters that do listen to us as well. Alright, this is the brother Yarmire from the Great Millstone Chicago camp, just coming with another lesson, alright, about the signs of the time and the transition of one kingdom to another. You know, Esau is the end of the world, man. Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Because of unrighteous dealings, you know, a kingdom is translated from one people to another, according to the Holy Bible. We're going to get into that, especially on this day, this high holy day, the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. We got a sign in the heaven, a lunar eclipse, alright. Matter of fact, I'm going to get to that since the apostles and the elders got to it. You know, one of the elders of our camp went to it on Saturday. All right. And a couple more brothers, you seeing them going into the sign of the times, man. And I'm going to just kick it off like this then. That's Genesis 1:14. All right. It said, and Yahweh said, let there be lights in the firmament to divide the day from the night, which is talking about the sun and the moon. All right. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. So one is a light for the day, one is a light for the night. All right. And they ultimately for signs and for seasons, for days and the years. That's how we know that today is a high holy day. That's how we know when is the Sabbath day. Just like David, I think that's 1 Samuel the 19th chapter, when he said the new moon, he spoke about the new moon. Then he said he was hiding from Saul. He'll wait 3 days after, which is the third day of the month, because the new moon is the beginning of the month. And Apocrypha tells you the month is called by a name. But basically, that's for the signs and the seasons, for the times. And the times we coming into right now, this is with this solar eclipse thing. Hey, this is a sign in the heaven, man. A sign for one people being translated to another, one kingdom being translated to another. All right, okay. That's the biggest thing really that's going down right now. You see seditions among men. You see the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, according to the Book of Revelations. All right. You see the famine of the word coming. Them trying to persecute the men of the Lord. And create a thing called hate speech, and ultimately cut us off from preaching this truth and this gospel. All right, but ultimately, this place will be nuked with ICBM fire, and the elect will be delivered in the chariots of the Most High, which the so-called white man who is Esau, Edom, the devil, calls the UFOs, and there's gonna be nothing you can do about it. All right, and after that, your last stop is slavery, and there's gonna be nothing you can do about it. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha, which was taking out the scriptures for those first time watchers. You get the King James Bible, King James 1611, or just go to the Christian bookstore and get this Apocrypha. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 10:8. It said, because of unrighteous dealings, injurious practices, Salakia, because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's what we're seeing. How did the so-called white man get into Mexico? How did the so-called white man get into America? How did the so-called white man get into Cuba, Colombia, Nicaragua, Jamaica, Haiti, Canada? He stole it from the Israelites. That's how the hell he got to it. And he brought the other Israelites, which was the southern kingdom, the blacks, over here to serve slavery. All right, the so-called blacks, Jamaicans, and Haitians, and he took the rest of the land from the northern kingdom of the Israelites, which is the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, all right, the Native American Indians, all right. That was an unrighteous dealing, all right. He took this land, man. Now he got to pay with his ass, and we seeing all these signs, and it's time for him to pay with his ass, all right. His mouth wrote a check against the Most High that his ass couldn't cash, man. He touched the apple of the Most High's eye, man. And the Lord ain't forgot about slavery. So all you niggas talking about forget about it, man. Fuck you niggas. All right. This is Deuteronomy 30:7. It said, and Yahweh thy power, says, and the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So all these things, hey, remember in the scriptures in the book of Revelation, it said reward unto her double. So the atrocities, the rape, robbery, and murder, and slavery that we got, they got to get this, man. This is the beginning of the end. Well, this is really the end of the end. The beginning of the end been started, all right? According to the book, I think this Hebrews, the first chapter, all right? But this is the end of the end. This is the drum roll, all right? This is, let me get this, 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter. All right, in the Apocrypha. It says, 2nd Esdras 6 and 8, it said, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. So Esau is the end of this world, Esau is the end of this age, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed, man. All right, it's going to be our time to rule. But first 2/3 of our people have to be destroyed. Those rebellious, wicked Israelites, we got to purge out that leaven, which is the 2/3 of our people, according to the book of Zechariah. All right, let me get right to the point. This is 2 Peter 3. All right, 10, it said, and the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. With 3 and 10, 2 Peter 3 and 10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So we got to cast, us who are in the knowing, have to cast off all the vibration of niggerdom. You know, like the brother Yashawamba did a video last night, I think. Get back to reading heavy, get back to studying heavy. You know, hey, return to your first love, man. Have that same humble and contrite spirit, and be ready to listen and ready to hear, like when you first stood on the other side of the line, or when you first ran across the videos, man. We got to get back into that spirit, because the transition of the times is speeding up at a rapid rate, man. We seeing it for these signs in the times, and we being occupied in prophecies, man, and we seeing all this come to pass. All right, that was just a short message, man. Hopefully it was edifying to you brothers and you few sisters that listen to us, man. But you know, with that being said, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Call aloud Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, and to the hopeful elect. Man, keep enduring. It's almost over. And shalom.